it's been so long. Wow. I wanted to make this video to announce that I made a new YouTube channel, 𝓈𝒾𝒶, where I intend to post videos about, mental breakthroughs, realizations, and insights, all around the theme of how I returned home to myself and hopefully also guide other people home towards themselves. And I also wanted to make this video to kind of practice talking to the camera again and also test this new microphone. So let me know if you hear some improvement in comparison to my previous videos. Yeah, and I also thought that I might give you a little update. Yeah, share what happened over the past, I think, 9 months since I last posted on here. And yeah, to share how I came to creating this new channel. So let's go. Alright, so in January, I did not get diagnosed with autism, which was good because that led to an ego death experience. And I was like, okay, finally out of this waiting loop that I was in, because this whole process took so long. And also I felt like a blank canvas because this identity around autism that I had built over the 2 years that I was like waiting for this diagnostic process to begin and then end, was like kind of taken from me. And it was painful in the beginning, but then I was like, I can be who I want to be, whoever I want to be right now. So yeah, I started diving deep into spirituality and kind of creating this new lifestyle in order to become this new self. And I called this Life at the Temple. I was doing a lot of spiritual practices like energy work and lesser ritual of the pentagram and all these kind of things. Yeah, that was really great. I was also, because I was out of this waiting loop, I had no external responsibilities and I felt so free and calm and like regulated. Yeah, that was a great time. But still we had like financial issues and my mom was still, paying everything for me. And the guilt, the guilt was, yeah, that was tough for me. So I decided to try another print sale on Instagram and see if I can make enough money to at least pay for my own groceries. And that went okay. I think I made around 180 euros, which did not cover for my groceries. And also it was so exhausting. I was like, I'm not paying myself enough for this. And then I had a flare-up after, and yeah, I was just really frustrated and felt like, how am I supposed to like provide for myself when everything I do is like so exhausting? So my mom and I decided that we're gonna try to apply for financial benefits, and yeah, we started this whole process at the end of February. And it was tiresome. I was like on edge for like this whole time until it was granted. And yeah, March in general was kind of tough. I was like trying to manifest the financial benefits, and with like this new knowledge that I had about spirituality and magic, that worked. But yeah, eclipse season, there were a lot of trauma wounds activated, like my invalidation trauma and also my visibility wound. And yeah, I then decided to stop caring, like to not run after people who constantly ghost me, and I released a lot of one-sided relationships, which cured my loneliness, and it felt so liberating. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, and I created this online space, Manifestation Magic. It's kind of like a mastermind. And at first it had like, I think 9 or 8 people in it. And then I also kicked out everyone who was like not reliable and reduced it to the core. And yeah, that's been a real lifesaver, which is because, you know, I was still in my little hermit bubble, and that was like one of the only times where I would socialize. But it also gave me a lot of, I want to say, confidence. It's such a safe space because it's like 2 friends that I can be myself with, and we talk about my favorite topics. So yeah, I'm always looking forward to this monthly call. Then in April, my friend Areege, Golden Age streams here on YouTube, invited me into her overflow method coaching program. That was really life-changing. That was also like, I really appreciated the monthly call, the weekly calls, and just, you know, hanging out with someone. The content also helped me a lot. Also, in the beginning of April, I started creating short form content. You might have seen this because I posted the shorts here on this channel. And at first it was like, it felt like a breakthrough, and I was like, wow, I'm finally creating again, and it felt so, I don't know, empowering in a way, because I felt so stuck when it came to creating for most of the year. And then this thing happened that I kind of got sucked into the creation vortex and like overworked myself again, and like I had so much footage, like way too much footage, and I was kind of trying to work through this and to, you know, do some shadow work, release the old patterns and like the trauma from communication design studies. But yeah, led to another flare-up, and also like the financial benefits still weren't granted, and I was, yeah, still in survival mode, so that was not a great combination. I started working out as a somatic practice because I was so tensed. And then the money got granted until August, which was a big relief. And then in May, I was just like living life, indulging a bit, and you know, May is my favorite month. So I, made the most of it. But I was struggling a lot with like the scarcity mindset. I was always scared that I would run out of money and then not have enough at the end of the month. And also it was really hard for me to accept my mom's help, because she was like, yeah, but I can like still buy things for you. And I was like, no, I don't want to be a burden anymore. And yeah, it was really hard for me to accept that. And also I was still trying to create videos, but I don't know. I was like, at some point I just stopped, like I gave up, even though I still had like a folder of ideas, because my nervous system and also like my body could not handle the way I worked, like my work ethic. Being a workaholic with a chronic illness, not a good combination. So yeah. And then at the end of May, something really magical happened. As part of the 𝓂𝒹𝒾𝒶 group coaching program, Areege did a soul alignment reading for me, which is like an Akashic Records reading. And yeah, that gave me a lot of clarity on my past lives, on my purpose. Then I also found out that I'm a Pleiadian starseed, and yeah, that gave me a very new perspective on life, and also initiated me further into ego death. And then the month after, kind of went into this cocoon phase. Called this the bubble life. And a lot of things changed. Like there was a lot to like process and integrate. And then I slowly started making a bit more exceptions with like rigid routines and like my diet, allowing myself to eat more, to make little exceptions, because I think in May I started like eating sugar-free, and I'm also already like vegan and gluten-free, so that was a very strict diet. Yeah, and I was also not eating enough while I was so scared about running out of money. So in that month I was like kind of stabilizing and like releasing a lot. And I also started drawing. By the way, I just updated my imprint gallery. So if you live in the US and you are interested in buying a cute little affirmation illustration print, then I'm gonna put the link in the description box to my imprint. Yeah, that was, I think, the last phase before the big transformation. At the end of July, I had like a very intense meltdown, and after that I impulsively decided to join the Upgrade, which is also a coaching program by 𝓈𝒾𝒶. And yeah, I started prioritizing myself. I was still in the bubble. Then I also started reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And yeah, all of that led to a quantum leap where within one day I completely changed. I exited survival mode. I was starting to like slow down in everything that I do, eating slowly. Suddenly my anxiety was gone, my tension was gone. I was so serene and chill. I mean, I still am. Yeah, what else? I suddenly knew how to be non-reactive, and also in the quiet of the mind, some psychic abilities have been awakening. So it's been very transformative. I'm still like processing that this happened, and I'm so grateful for everything that led to this. Yeah, my OCD still remains, but I'm very confident that I'll be able to release that and heal from that as well in time. It's like kind of the biggest challenge. And yeah, where I'm at right now, I feel like this guide role is being activated, and I have so much clarity on my offering to the world. And that's why I created this new channel, because I want to make content on there. I don't really know yet about this channel. I'm gonna keep it public, and whenever I feel the call to, you know, share something a bit more personal or artistic expression, then I'm gonna post it here. But right now I'm like very excited to experiment a bit with, you know, my purpose, because I gained so much technical clarity over the past few months, but I don't really know how this looks like in a practical way. And yeah, I'm gonna experiment. And I actually just posted a video about this topic on how to find technical clarity on your purpose. So if you're interested in that, then yeah, go over to the new channel and watch the video, and also consider subscribing if you're interested in the details of the transformation that I've been through. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and also still being subscribed after 9 months of inactivity. Sending you so much love, and yeah, I hope your day is magical. Yeah, bye.